61st Pop Warner Super Bowl, and we've got a Division II Pee Wee Championship on the line. Point Loma, the Pointers from San Diego, set to take on Palm Beach Gardens, the Gators from right here in Florida. Field 17, ESPN, Wide World of Sports. Here is the route that both of these teams took through the semifinals. Palm Beach Gardens defeated Union Road 47-20, and Point Loma a win over the Westlake Chaps from Texas 36-16 to get to this championship game. And a very pleasant good morning, everybody. Dave Weekley happened to be alongside Doug Graber, the former college head coach and NFL assistant. Doug, we had a feeling that these two teams were on a collision course for this championship game. They're both very sophisticated on offense. Should be a great championship matchup.
Really should be, Dave, and you're right. We could see this one coming all week. Both teams very well coached. Both teams have quarterbacks that can flat throw the football.
I don't think we can understate it. This is going to be a tremendous Pee Wee championship game. We've been looking forward to it all week. And for the Pointers from San Diego, Point Loma firing out onto the field. How far did they come to get here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports? Focusing in on one of the beautiful places in the continental 48, San Diego, California. 2,500 miles away, where the weather almost always perfect, almost always 72 degrees. Pete Balistreri is their head coach. They would love to get a championship, and they would love to repeat after winning the Division II Junior Pee Wee Super Bowl championship last year. What about the Palm Beach Gators? The Palm Beach Garden Gators, yeah, they look like mini Florida Gators. In the white uniforms trimmed in blue with the orange helmets. And let's focus in on Florida. About 2 hours away, maybe a little more, 160 miles, where the high temperature today is expected to be 79 degrees. Brandon Aronson and his son has been very impressive as the coach, as the quarterback for this young team. Palm Beach Gardens Gators. First appearance in the Super Bowl. Palm Beach Gardens, the Gators won the toss. They deferred to the second half. So Point Loma will get the football first. And at Pee Wee, we do have kickoffs, and we are underway. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. And you hate to start like that, Coach.
Yeah, I really do. Perhaps a little nerves to start the football game.
Illegal procedure on the kicking team. First down on the 35.
Scott Speaker from Phoenixville, PA, will head up this officiating crew with 5 members for this championship game. 68 degrees. Our first game at 8:30 Eastern this morning, it was 62 degrees. The frost has burned off. Wind, not a factor. Just another beautiful Chamber of Commerce day. Now the weather's going to be a little tricky tomorrow, but that is not going to be a factor today. Matt Pentland is the quarterback, number 18, and he is a good one. Point Loma on the ground out to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 4 on first down.
You know, and Dave, watching both these teams this week, I've really been impressed with the coaches' game time decisions. They really take what the defense gives them. They make great in-game adjustments offensively and defensively, and the game plans are really quite amazing.
Offset eye, Kendall Johnson had the first down carry. It's second down and 6. Handoff inside. Rocco Balistreri, the son of the coach. And he takes it to the 46-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Yeah, they ran a quick counter here. There's the counter step, and very well blocked up front. And you're going to see Point Loma now. They'll move their guards. And this offensive line is very, very good. Has been very effective all week.
Rocco is related to Nico Saragusa, the starting left guard for the Baltimore Ravens. First down at the 46-yard line, just underway. Division II Pee Wee Super Bowl game. And there you go. There's a good example of their passing attack. That's Drake Cobb. And he takes it all the way down to the 36-yard line of the Gators.
Matthew Pentland, this young quarterback for Point Loma, has been quite amazing. Boy, we saw him last year, and he is so accurate and has such good timing. And that's a good example of it right there, and an outstanding play in first drive. Again, watch the timing. Right on the 5. He hit him right on the 5, right in stride. Terrific. Oh, that's a good block downfield. That's Jackson Emerson, number 34.
Line of scrimmage is the 35-yard line. Once again, they'll go out of the I formation. And this is Johnson to the wide side.
Ooh.
And he is brought down at the 30-yard line after a gain of 5.
You know, and talking to Coach Balistreri, they change what they do every game. He loves to look at the NFL teams. He likes the Rams and the Philadelphia Eagles in particular. And we talk about the guards pulling. Just check this out. This is execution. Good block at the point of attack, but the guard pulls around, is able to clip off the inside linebacker in a good stiff arm. Positive play, 5-yard gain.
Just underway, 2nd down and 5. Point Loma at the Gator 30. Handoff, oh man, great play defensively. And that's Cameron Lizza, number 12, who forced that tackle, forced the guard right back into the backfield and knocked down the ball carrier.
Yeah, and that's one way to take care of pulling guards. You you attack them and knock them right back into it, and there it is right there. There's the penetration, and that is a dead football play. And this Gators defense, Tushman and Fred, 44 and 7, they really set the edge for this defense.
That's a loss of 3, 3rd down and 8. Pentland to throw, and he's going to go long. He's got a man wide open inside the 10-yard line and down to the 4 before he's forced out of bounds. That's Jackson Emerson.
Pass caught by Jackson Emerson.
This is quite amazing to me. They fake, he gives an arm fake to the slant route and hits him all the way down the field. That is just a tremendous job by Pentland. That was Jackson Emerson that he hit. He faked the slant route and hit the go route outside.
First and goal at the 3-yard line. Backs are split. Balistreri and Johnson, and this is Balistreri, and he's going to be dropped for no gain. Rosario, number 11, who's really active defensively, helped key the tackle.
Yeah, this defense is outstanding for Palm Beach. And Tushman, 44, and again, Carmen Lisa, 12, 70, Malachi Smith. Those guys really set the edge and attack you.
Brandon Aronson, the head coach, looking on. 2nd down and goal. No gain out of the power I formation this time. Here's the handoff to Johnson, and he is dropped in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. It's Lizza again, number 12.
Yep, and that was also Aiden Malcolm, number 21, that was in on the penetration. Let's see if they they did. They slanted inside, and that is exactly how to take away the interior running game. The slant inside, he beats the offensive guard, and that they got no play. That's a dead play.
3rd down and goal at the 5-yard line. Good look at Aiden Malcolm, 21 for the Gator defense. Play action. Pentland rolling to the wide side. Throws. Goal line. Stopped inside the 1. Or check that. It's going to be ruled a touchdown.
Well, there's no replay in Pop Warner, but that was very, very close. I don't know that the ball crossed the goal line. It was. Let's see if we can figure this out right here. Again, excellent throw. Hard to tell from that angle, but he very well of that ball. Yeah, and the angle the official had, they had a great angle.
Going for the 2-point kick. Wow. Up and good by Aaron Lee.
Aaron Lee's kick is good. 5:26 remaining in the first quarter.
So that's how you do it.
Here's the replay of the big pass. You can see he just made a little pump fake to the slant And, of course, that really opened up Jackson Emerson for the big play that set up the score. Yeah, Pentland is really quite amazing. You know, we did their games last year when they won the junior Pee Wee championship, and he was just kind of a pudgy little kid. And all of a sudden I looked at him, he's grown 6 inches.
Scoring values in Pop Warner football, if you were kind of confused by that extra point, here's how it works. Touchdown is worth 6. A runner pass after a touchdown is worth 1 point, but you get 2 points for a kick.
Great way to encourage these young people to learn how to snap the football, hold it, and kick it.
Lee with the kickoff. Taken at the 30-yard line. And that's going to be a 7-yard return.
Outstanding open field tackle by Noah Turbeville. Right there. Nice job, Noah.
So now we'll get our first look at the offense for Palm Beach Gardens. They are 14-0 on the season. Beat Union Road 47-20 in the semifinals, and last weekend open play with a 27-0 win over Redwood City.
And that young man, number 1, Tyler Aronson, coach's son, he can throw it too.
No doubt. Traquan Harris is their number 1 tailback, number 4, and he gets the football. That's a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 7. Man, those uniforms are sharp.
They are sharp. Had a long talk with Coach Balistreri about their defensive game plan. They've made a lot of adjustments to what they're doing defensively. And, you know, one thing is to have a game plan, but the thing that impresses me here with both these teams, they execute the game plan.
Officially ruled a 2-yard gain. 2nd down and 8. Throw. Check that. That's a quarterback keeper. Out beyond the 40 for a gain of a yard. 3rd down and 7 coming.
That was the plan. Both cornerbacks are going to come up and press these wide receivers and try to take away the slants that they have been so effective throwing all week. And that young man, Tyler Aronson, we know that Pentland can throw it. He can throw it too.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
That's a good part of the game plan by Coach Balistreri. Press the wide receivers, take away those slants. They have killed people this week with the slant passes.
Aronson out of the gun with 2 wide receivers on 3rd and 7. Pass is caught for a short gain, and look at the hats to the football for Point Loma. Coach likes that.
Yeah, and again, this is the coach's son, number 1, Rocco Balistreri. Just watch the effort getting to this football. Rocco Balistreri playing the outside linebacker spot, reads the quarterback. Again, they took away the wide receiver with the press coverage, and Rocco made a nice adjustment and break to the football.
4th down and 6, and you can see they're going to go for it.
Yeah, and Preston again.
Aronson, all kinds of time, going to throw this one down the field. He had a man wide open running right down the seam, and he couldn't make the connection to Elijah Hopkins.
And you know what, Dave? When you press wide receivers and they're not used to it, it throws off the timing of the routes. And that's the whole reason for pressing people. And no question, that threw off the timing of that route.
So the ball goes over on downs to the Pointers, and they'll start their 2nd drive in Palm Beach Gardens territory.
And in the game, the previous game in the semifinals, when a team came up and started playing cover 2 against Coach Aronson, what did they do? They started running the football. They couldn't get the safety in the box. They couldn't get the extra defender in the box with playing cover 2, and he attacked it beautifully. He just ran the football.
Yeah, Coach had a quick word there for Hopkins. Look at that. How many credentials can he wear? He's got at least 2 credentials and a whistle going there.
I know one thing. Both these teams have had a great time here this week with all the attractions and all the things that Disney has to offer.
White Loma going to take over at the Palm Beach Gardens 42-yard line. Here's a pitch to the short side. Johnson got a nice block on the corner and is upended, but not before he gets across the line of scrimmage and picks up about 5. And make it 6.
Motion the wide receiver in. Okay, that one of those is the dummy signal caller. I don't know which one.
Well, I think I'm going to trust the guy that gave the Mickey Mouse signal.
You're not going to steal those signals.
No. How about that, though?
Oh, it is amazing the time. And when I called Coach Balistreri the other night, he was in lockdown with the coaching staff doing this game plan.
Full house backfield look here on 2nd down. Handoff to the fullback inside. And down to the 30-yard line, and that's going to be a 1st down.
Yep.
Rocco Balistreri on the carry. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You see that, Dad?
Down by 3. Here's a pointer, 1st down.
Again, take a look at the trap here, and this is what they were going to do to this defense. They were going to trap them, and there's the trap block. Perfect. Oh, that is beautiful. That is great execution of the trap.
Pointers on the march. Line of scrimmage is the Gator 29. Pentland with 1 touchdown pass already in this game. Completes the pass, and that's the combo that worked for 6. Balistreri with the catch, and he reaches out to the 25-yard line.
Balistreri with the catch.
I'll give Palm Beach credit. They're all over it this time. Again, the play action, getting the back end of the flat, but they're right there. Good coverage. That was Traquan Harris, number 4, the linebacker. Made the stop.
From the 25-yard line, 2nd down and 6. Pointers on the move. Out of the eye. Handoff to the tailback, Johnson. Man, nice adjustment. Once he got the football, took 1 step to the left and then powered it down near the 18-yard line.
Stuck that foot in the ground, and he runs with such great forward lean. Watch this.
There it is.
Look at him. Look at him. Bend the knees and put the shoulders down. Nice. Oh, wow. What a great job up front. And that was Maxim Newbegin, number 17, that made a terrific block up front.
It's another 1st down for the Pointers in the red zone now at the 18-yard line. Offset eye. Handoff inside. Balistreri cuts it back in and give him forward progress to the 16 before he's thrown back by a trio of Gator defenders.
Gain of 2.
Timing was a little bit off. Take a look at here. He didn't quite come away clean with the football, which threw the timing off a little bit. But Rocco knows what to do with it.
Michael Wright, Ricky Knight helping to make that stop.
How about this record, Coach Aronson? 47-2-1.
Yeah, pretty strong, right? And that's going to do it for the 1st quarter of play. So Coach Aronson's got some work to do. Pointers have the lead 8-0, and they are driving. They'll be in the red zone when we come back to the ESPN Wide World of Sports. Division II Pee Wee Super Bowl Championship. Point Loma up early, 8-0.
Joey, what are you doing?
It's my Capital One Bowl Mania celebration, baby. Every touchdown, I do this.
That's what they got when we come around. You're going to be doing this throughout Capital One Bowl Mania?
Copy that.
That wasn't a request, Joey. All 29 games. Just stop. Joey. We lost them.
Watch all 29 Capital One Bowl Mania games starting Saturday.
You can't lose me.
Miami wide receiver Braxton Berrios was here yesterday to receive the Pop Warner Little Scholar Award, and he got a chance to meet with the teams. The U had a great season. We'll hear from Braxton. That'll be coming up at halftime.
That was nice to see the executive director of Pop Warner, John Butler, presenting that award.
And as we begin play here in the 2nd quarter, Point Loma from San Diego, they are on the move. In the red zone, already leading 8-0.
Look at these formations. They do it all.
Johnson, the lone tailback, as Pentland's under center. And the pitch to Johnson to the wide side. And he does turn the corner inside the 5 and is going to be pushed out at the 1-yard line. That's going to be first and goal for Point Loma.
Boy, and watch Twaquan Harris, number 4, make this hit on this. But look at the blocking, the double team. They knew that Fret was going to be a load, number 70, so they doubled him. There's the stiff arm.
Two stiff arms.
Watch that. Oh, just missed it at the end. Quite a hit by number 4.
Quarterback keeper stopped just shy of the end zone.
Henry with the keeper. Gain of 1.
For Palm Beach, Malachi Fret, number 70, and Joseph Tushman, number 44, those two guys have been dominant, setting the edge for this defense. And again, here's the signals. There you see Mr. Tushman.
Gators up
Joseph.
against it.
Rosario right next to him, who's also played very well this week.
Power eye this time. Here's the handoff to Johnson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Kendall Johnson, touchdown. Point Loma. 1-yard touchdown run for Kendall Johnson.
Just a straight power isolation play. Well done. Yeah, Dave, it's amazing to watch this Point Loma team. Their execution offensively, they get hat on hat. They don't have free agents. They really execute no matter what they see.
See if Aaron Lee can shoot this kick through for 2 points.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Retry.
Yeah, they're really getting a running start to try to block this kick. But Rosario has been very, very good kicking during this tournament, and the snaps and the holds have all been pretty good as well. This is going to be a 4-inch field goal if we keep getting these penalties.
Dead ball. Encroachment.
Yep.
On the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Retry.
Lee made his first 2-point conversion attempt kick after Pentland's touchdown pass in the opening quarter. Jackson Emerson is the holder.
Oh, wow. That's 3.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. Half the distance to the goal. Retry.
So this is probably going to be about, what, an 18-inch penalty?
I don't think even that much. Let's see. Where are they going to spot that thing? That's on about the, I'd say the 10-inch line, it looks like. Good form by the kicker here. Watch this. Good timing.
High snap. And a kick is blocked. No good.
Can't be advanced in Pop Warner.
So 14-0. The Pointers out in front early. Let's take a look at the entire bracket. And this started with the quarterfinals last weekend. And you can see Point Loma with a winner over the Ogden Bears. We did that game, Coach.
Yep, that was a
and
good
then
game.
in the semifinals, a win over Westlake Chaps, 36-16. At the bottom of the bracket, Palm Beach Gardens blanked Redwood City 27-0, and then outlasted the Union Road Jaguars from Gastonia, North Carolina, in the semis, 47-20.
Yeah, and Dave, you could clearly see this matchup coming all weekend. The Titans were coming at each other.
All right, so what do you think about the Gators? What can they do to get back in this game? They're down early, 14-0. Haven't stopped the boys from San Diego yet.
Yeah, no, they haven't. And the biggest thing is, they've got to figure out what to do against that press coverage. That has really hurt them up to this point.
Zach Webb back to receive this kick, number 5. Lee with the kick. And it's taken at the 40-yard line and back to the 48.
Guy Lewis with the return.
7:30 on the West Coast. And Maria sending out a tweet to us. Thanks, Maria. By the way, you can do that as well if you'd like to at hashtag PopWarnerSB. Pointer, San Diego's finest team, make our city proud. Let's take home another title. They're trying to go back-to-back. You can join us on a variety of social media platforms, including Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. The Pop Warner official Twitter feed is pop_Warner, and you can send us a tweet with the hashtag PopWarnerSB in it. 1st and 10. Nice running room right up the middle, all the way down to the 39-yard line of the Pointers goes Zachary Webb.
Love the strategy by Coach Bronson. Okay, you want to press our wideouts, we're going to spread the field so you can't press it, and then we're going to hit it right up inside on you, which is exactly what they did. Watch this. Look at the blocking here by the tackle, and here it comes. Really well executed. Good block by the guard. Good hit by, that's the coach's son, Balistreri, number 1.
Gonna put this one on the ground again. This time defensed well by Point Loma. It's a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from the Pointer 38.
Yeah, exact same play, just run the other way.
Archie Mitchell, 24, made the stop.
All-American scholar, I might add. Pop Warner really gets it right. When they honor these kids they don't keep stats and all that stuff, but they do honor the kids that are good students by making them Pop Warner All-American scholars.
Mitchell's favorite subject in school is math. 2nd and 8. Aronson, all kinds of time. Throws, pass dropped. Would have been a big gainer.
Tyler Aronson made a great throw.
I don't think Harris understood how open he truly was.
This is Twaquan Harris right there. Well, got to look it in.
Yep, got to look it in. Can't throw the ball much better than that.
He was so open. And again, a good response because they pressed the corners and he turned them loose when he ran inside on the little post route. And they're playing mainly a 2 deep.
Hopkins at the top of your screen. Right in motion. And here's the jet sweep to right. He swings it out wide and finds some running room. A flag comes in as he goes out of bounds at the 30-yard line.
Right on the carry, there's a flag on the play.
I think they're going to call a cut block at the point of attack there.
That was a well-designed play.
It was.
And Wright was very patient. He waited until he got virtually to the sidelines to cut it up.
And as soon as Palm Beach went to the 2-back set, they got right in a 9-man front immediately.
Blocking below the waist.
Yep.
On the offense. 15 yards. They're down.
Yeah, that was a good call. I saw it pretty clearly. Take a look at it right here. And there it is. No question. And again, everything Pop Warner does is with safety in mind. And that was Twaquan Harris that was caught there on the chop block.
Pushes the ball back to the 30.
Boy, 3rd and long now.
Or check that midfield. Aronson going long. Contact, and now a flag comes in.
Yep, and there was definite contact. A good call by the officials.
There was a flag on the play.
And this is going to give the Gators an automatic 1st down.
I think that was Amonte Mitchell, number 24, that made just a slight contact.
Defensive pass interference. 15 yards, previous spot. Replay, 3rd down.
5-man officiating crew. Headed up by Scott Speaker.
These officials come from all over the country. They volunteer. They're just as dedicated as the coaches.
The penalty makes it 3rd and 5 from the 35.
It won't be a 1st down. It's just moving the football to the 35-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 5.
Yep.
Line to make is the 30. Aronson out of the gun. Snap goes over his head and rolls all the way back to the Gator 48. And the Point Loma defense, all fired up after a huge loss on third down.
Webb on the carry.
Well, and the snap is right over his head. He had no chance. And you got a dead play now. No chance.
Loss of 22 on the play.
Good job at least picking the football up.
Yeah, Webb got on that ball, but it's going to be a loss of 22 yards.
Let's see if they punt it here now. Young Mr. Balistreri. Yeah, in punt formation.
Yeah, so on 4th and 27, they're going to opt to punt this ball. Flag is down.
Illegal substitution on the offense. 5 yards. 4th down.
Yeah, and Rosario, number 11, is the punter.
So it'll be 4th and 33 now.
Key issue here is the snap. We're not going to rush it at all.
Pointers leading 14-0, about to get the ball again. Right, nice punt.
Wow.
Look at this thing.
Wow.
Going to roll inside the 20-yard line and dead at the 17. That may be the best punt we've seen all week.
It is, and that's Alex Rosario, number 11. Great punt.
And the coach says, hey, you got to catch that ball.
Well, you know what? They're nice job, Alex, but there was nobody in the center of the field. That's a mistake by Point Loma, one of the few mistakes we've seen them make. Got to have somebody in the center of the field to field the punt. They were playing a cover 2 like they were expecting a fake.
So Rosario with a big play for the Gators, one of the most positive plays here in the first half for Palm Beach Gardens. He flips the field. And Point Loma set to start their third possession. They've scored touchdowns on their first 2 possessions, but they will start this time from the 23-yard line. Oh, check that, the 17. Jet sweep to Emerson. Emerson makes one man miss and gets out to near the 20-yard line. That play was defensed well by the Gators.
That was. And the corner did a nice job of forcing the football back inside. That was number 9, Mark King. Now, he didn't make the tackle, but he did force it to cut back inside.
Gain of 2. 2nd and 8.
Well, we haven't seen that play all week from Point Loma, the jet sweep. It's incredible to me how they change their offense game to game and execute it. That's the key.
2nd down and 8. Hand off to Johnson. And look at all the white-shirted defenders running to the football. And Aiden Malcolm, 21, continues to be very active. Lizza, too.
Yeah, but that play was really made by number 70. Watch the defensive end, number 70, Malachi Fret. And this is a dead play. Look at him get up the field. He splits the double team, and that's it. It's a dead play. That was a great play. Malachi Fret, number 70. Didn't make the tackle, but made the play.
Whistle and a timeout. Called by the Gators. They have 2 left. 4.5 minutes to go until halftime. This game to this point has been dominated by Point Loma. They're up against it now, though. 3rd and 12. They've had 2 long drives for touchdowns. One in the first quarter. Petland, a 5-yard touchdown pass to Rocco Balistreri. And then in the second quarter, Kendall Johnson, a 1-yard touchdown run.
But this Palm Beach Gardens Gators team has been really good this week, and I would look for them to continue to put, and their defense has been outstanding. Now, they got shocked a little bit with the first 2 drives, but now they've got them in 3rd and long.
We've got another championship game coming your way. Set to start at 1:15. Junior varsity, West Haven, the Seahawks from Connecticut, take on another gang from Florida, the West Chase Colts. That's coming up at 1:15 Eastern Time. All right, so out of the timeout, and a good timeout. Gators want to be on the same page defensively, try to get this ball back, get a touchdown here before halftime. Gators won the toss. They deferred to the second half, so they will get the third quarter kickoff.
Boy, and the punt by the Gators really flipped the field. And if they can't convert this third down, I would expect to see them punt it away.
And another whistle before the snap.
Dead ball. False start
Yep.
on the offense. 5 yards. Replay third down.
This will make it 3rd and 17.
Result of the penalty will make it 3rd and 17, ball at the 10.
Tough to convert this one. But they've got a guy that can flat throw it in Matthew Pentland. Love the signals.
Yeah, isn't that great? Yeah, we're talking about the Gators uniforms. How about Point Loma? Those are sharp as well. Really nice helmets.
Look at Pentland. Look over the coverage.
Going to go with an empty set here. 5 wide receivers. Trips to the top. From the 10-yard line. Protection is good. Throwing the ball out there. Incomplete. His receiver had to turn around. And Emerson couldn't make the adjustment. It's incomplete. A flag is down.
The reason for the
Oh, my.
roughing the quarterback.
On 3rd and 17.
Roughing the quarterback on the defense. 15 yards. Automatic. First down.
Wow. Boy, that's a horrible mistake.
That's a tough one for the Gators.
Well, he looked the safety off. Wow.
Oh, man.
That is very, that's a horrible mistake.
Result of the penalty makes it 1st and 10 from the 25.
Boy, with 3:46 to go, they were in position to have great field position, and then to make an error like that, crucial.
First down from the 25-yard line. And good defense by the Gators. A gain of a yard, and that is going to be it. That was Archie Mitchell on the carry. Rosario led the charge for the Gator D.
This Gator defense, I think, is the top defense we've seen this week. Especially, I keep mentioning Malachi Fret and Tushman, Rosario, Lisa. This has been a very, very good defense. Aiden Malcolm, number 21, has been good all week.
2nd down and 8. Off to the fullback, first man through, and Malcolm says forget about it.
That was very unfair.
Yeah, we just talked about Aiden Malcolm. That was a nice play. Okay, let's take a look at this. Here's the penetration now. They spread the field. They're trying to break it inside, and there's the slant move, and unblocked is Tushman, or he beats the tackle on the slant. And of course, along with Aiden Malcolm all over it. Good strategy. Spread the field, but good strategy on defense.
All right, 3rd down and 10. Pentland back to throw. The pass is caught, but for short yardage, Cobb had to go to a knee to make that catch, and it's going to be 4th down.
And now let's see if Point Loma can execute a punt here and get a good snap and a good kick and gain some field position. Great opportunity for the Gators. 2:05 to go, and they can throw the football.
Yeah, Gators, I think, are going to call a timeout here. And that's going to leave them with 1. But they wanted to get that clock stopped to have some time to operate. And we anticipate a punt is coming here for Point Loma. And really, we'll see what happens on this 4th down play, but this is the first time that the Gators have stopped their offense in the first half.
Yep, and again, Point Loma is so good offensively because they don't make mistakes, and they execute, but I'm seeing some very good adjustments made by Palm Beach. I mean, that adjustment right there against the spread where they slanted inside and took away the trap and everything else, that's a good job of coaching.
That roughing the passer penalty extended the drive for Point Loma. But now it looks like they're going to have to punt the ball. 4th down and 7, deep in their own territory. And the punter has come on. And that'll be Aaron Lee.
Yeah, he's been very good at kicking and punting this tournament. Well, he got him back there. Let's see. He is back there about 9 yards. This is going to take a pretty good snap. Excellent
Good snap.
Look at that.
And the ball is going to be picked up by Webb. Oh, check that.
Oh,
my goodness. Wow.
Emmett Mitchell. I'm sorry. No, that is Noah Turbeville.
So Turbeville comes up with the recovery. That's a huge play in this game.
Great snap. Great kick. Good hustle by Tuberville. Good hustle. What a huge play. Huge for Point Loma and special teams.
So the recovery is made at the 41-yard line. And the Pointers have a chance to add on here late in the half. They've got all 3 timeouts to work with. And the football will be placed at the 40. Petland to throw on first down. Pump and go.
Yeah, hitch and go. And again, that's the hardest thing about the double routes is time. And it's very difficult for NFL level, Pop Warner level. That's the issue, is trying to time those up.
Yeah, Petland won't miss many of those.
No.
He had Cameron Lucas open. Second down and 10, stops the clock with 1:51 here in the half.
You know, talking to Coach Balistreo, he gets back to California. He has another son that he's coaching at a higher level of football. He's got to get busy with that. That's one of the few missed throws you see Mr. Pentland make. He just missed him. He had him open.
Ball remains at the 40.
Of course, Peyton Manning, his favorite player, wearing number 18.
I could see that. It looked like a pretty effective delayed blitz there by the Gators.
Pass interference on the offense. 15 yards. We play second down.
And you know what? I saw what I thought was a pick earlier, and this time they caught him.
Third member of our broadcast crew, Mackenzie Thurkill, will have a word with Pete Balistreri at the end of the half. Pointers with a 14-0 lead. Matt Pentland with 1 touchdown pass and came in the first quarter, and Kendall Johnson 1-yard touchdown run in the second quarter. It adds up to a 14-0 lead for Point Loma. Second and 25. Pointers now back at their own 45. Jet sweep. Emerson. And give him a gain of 2. It'll be third down and 23.
Just a little counter off the sweep action. And,
Timeout.
That
Palm
was
Beach.
Drake Cobb, the tight end, pulling and leading the play through, number 5.
All right, so it's third and 23, and the Gators have just called their third and final timeout. Got 1:30 to go. You're facing third and long. What do you think? You think the Pointers will keep this one on the ground?
Well,
Take time off the clock?
I think that they're going to try to throw it. I mean, you've got a guy that can throw it. Third and 23. You could go either way, Dave. You keep it on the ground, you run the clock at least, and then punt it on fourth down.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm always too conservative, though. Always trying to get the clock to run out. And Gators will get the third quarter kickoff.
It was really funny watching Pentland last year. He was kind of honestly a pudgy little guy, and all of a sudden, man, he looks like he's grown about 6 inches.
We mentioned last week, he kind of reminds you of a mini Alex Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. Spread the field.
All right, so they will go out of the gun with 1 back. And I think this is going to go against the Pointers.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5 yards. Replay third down.
So it'll be third and 28.
Wow. That's kind of tough. Now, if I agree with you now, I spread the field and run that little trap that's been effective. I look for that young man's name in a few years to show up at some university someplace.
I think that's a pretty good bet.
3rd and 28.
Getting an audible from the sideline. They're looking at the defense.
They're going to throw it again. And they're going to throw it deep. Incomplete. Pass was intended for Cobb. And nice coverage back there by Lewin.
Yeah, and that was right off his fingertips. That was a good throw, but that was very, very well defended. Very well defended. Take a look at nice job getting his head back for the football. Beautiful, beautiful job. That's zone 3 deep, classic 3 deep zone coverage by the corner. Nice.
So that incomplete pass stops the clock with 1:24 to go until halftime. So the Gators are going to have some time to work with here. Lee in there the punt. That's a high short kick that's going to go out of bounds and is going to take a Gator roll.
That's about a 7-yard punt.
Yep.
That he didn't get a very good kick right there, or punt, or bounce. Now, remember, they've got a young man, the coach's son, Aronson, and he can put it up and he can throw it effectively.
Yep.
Let's see what Point Loma does. I'm thinking we're probably going to see press cover 2, but they may play a 3 deep. Let's see what the call is defensively. Both these quarterbacks can flat throw the football. Yep, press coverage.
So with no timeouts and 1:15 to go, 1st and 10 from their own 45. Gators down 14-0. This is the Division II Pee Wee Super Bowl championship. And he drops that pass in there. Over the shoulder catch by Michael Wright. You can't throw that ball any better than that.
No, the coverage was pretty good, but he pressed him and he didn't get a piece of him coming off the ball. And he put some air under it and laid it right in there.
28-yard reception.
Look at this. Look at this throw. Perfect.
Ball at the 27.
Look, he stepped out of bounds there. As the corner lost his feet right at the end of the play. Boy, nice. He gave him a lot of room on the sideline as well. That was a good route by the receiver.
It's a 28-yard gain to the 27-yard line, and a flag is down. And it looks like Wright moved.
Yeah, he
Dead
did.
ball. False start. On the offense. 5 yards. Still first down.
Aronson, the quarterback, very familiar with ESPN Wide World of Sports. He's already been here for 3 baseball tournaments. And we're talking to his dad, Brandon, the head coach. They've been annual members at Disney for years. And that pass is intercepted at the 8-yard line. A flag is down. Turbeville takes it all the way back into Gator territory, but we're going to have to check the penalty here.
Yeah, it's going to be interference, no question.
Intercepted by no Turbeville. There is a flag on the play.
Flag was dropped right where the interception was made. And they are bringing this one back.
Yep.
And it looks to go against Point Loma.
Pass interference on the defense. 15 yards. Previous spot. First down.
Tuberville makes the great break from the free safety spot, but before he gets there, there's the interference right there, no question. That was a good call. The corner definitely got his hands on him. He was beat.
A big part of the ball game right here. Palm Beach Gardens, if they manage to get a touchdown, they come right back into this game down a score, and they get the 3rd quarter kick. Aronson wants to throw, checks down. Flips the ball to Harris. Harris breaks a tackle. He's inside the 5, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Boy, there's a momentum boost for Palm Beach Gardens right before the half. 2 great throws by Aronson, and then another throw to the flat, and Harris does a good job of making the folks miss and getting it in the end zone. Comes out of the backfield, watch the move. Inside, outside move, and that's it. Spin move, nice.
And try to pick up a couple more points here. Rosario is on to kick the extra point. Harris is the holder. And the kick is blocked.
Kick is no good.
14 to 6.
1.5 seconds remaining in the first half. Our score now, Pointers 14, Gators 6.
Point Loma was really not expecting these throws to the flat. Look at the move, though, and the stiff arm. And the spin. Tough in space.
Watch this spin coming. Yep. 17-yard score.
Well, that is a huge boost to the Palm Beach Gators as they go into the halftime here.
So it was going all Point Loma's way. Still kind of go back to that 3rd and 28 where they decided to throw instead of run.
Yep. And that gave them a lot of time. You're right.
It did.
The conservative approach definitely would have been better. Scored with 41 seconds to go.
Rosario with a kick, and that is going to be fielded at the 42-yard line. So 40 seconds left. Pointers have all 3 of their timeouts.
No turnover with the return.
Poor field position, though. I would expect them to be a little more conservative right here.
Ball 42.
Coach Baldesteri, his real job, he is a regional chef and specializes in Italian cured meats.
I loved the research on that before our game. I know. We were going through the variety of Italian cured meats.
Prosciutto and
salami.
Yeah.
Pepperoni.
Yeah, they're just going to take a knee. I like that. Don't make a mistake. You're in your own territory, 35 seconds to go. I don't know why. That's what coaches say. Why are we taking a timeout?
Yeah, I don't get that at all. Not sure I understand that. So if you take a knee with 40 seconds left and you call timeout, I'm going to assume you're going to do that again with 28, right?
I don't think we're going to take a timeout this time. I would anticipate taking a knee. And then
well, you know what? Our producer just made a great point. Could that be an instance where you burn a timeout and you get some of the players in so you can hit your minimum play participation rules?
Bingo. That's exactly right. And they did substitute. And again, one of the great rules in Pop Warner, based on roster size, every player must play at least 10 plays. And they track it on the sideline and carefully. And that's a great rule. At Pop Warner, nobody gets cut. You go out for Pop Warner, you're on the team, and you are going to play.
So there you go. They're going to burn another timeout. This is the first time we've seen this strategy all week.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And that is smart on their part.
So I believe the Pointers are now down to 1 timeout remaining.
And, of course, and there you go across the other sideline. Palm Beach is substituting as well.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep, that's right. Make sure we got 11 out there.
Both of these teams undefeated, both elite teams, both really sophisticated teams when it comes to offense. Pointers scored touchdowns on their 2 opening drives. But Palm Beach Gardens gets a touchdown pass in the last minute of the second quarter. Aronson to Harris, it covered 17 yards. They're right back in this game, and Palm Beach Gardens will get the ball first to start the third quarter.
Both teams head to their halftime tents to hydrate and get the changes in strategy if there are any.
Mackenzie has the coach of the Pointers from Point Loma.
Thanks, guys. Coach, in this first half, you guys have done a really good job of possessing time on the clock. You guys got their early lead, but you did give up a touchdown coming right into half. So what adjustments do you guys need to make?
We just need to keep playing. Again, we're just blessed to be here. That's a tremendous team, this Florida team. They have a bunch of great athletes. They're going to score points. So we just got to keep playing and use our game plan and not really make too many adjustments, just keep what we got going.
Now, you guys were in this position last year, being in the Junior Pee Wee National Championship. You guys ended up winning. So how much does that help you, having already been in this position?
It helps a little bit. It's helped along the way for sure. I mean, we're super calm and just having fun. This is all icing on the cake. I mean, we're just happy to be here, and the boys are having a blast, and it's all fun. So we're just doing the best we can.
All right, thank you so much, Coach.
Yeah, you got it.
Guys, back to you.
Mackenzie, that was an excellent question about the experience of winning it all last year. How is that manifesting itself in this game today? So far, so good. The pointers for Point Loma, 14. Palm Beach Gardens Gators, 6 are halftime activities from ESPN Wide World of Sports. Coming next.
They say you don't choose the app chooses you. It can stream the games and shows that I love, and it's there whenever I need it.
This season, get 2 lines of unlimited data for $80 a month on the Cricket Unlimited 2 plan. Plus, get 2 smartphones free when you switch. All on a network that covers over 99% of Americans. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
61st Pop Warner Super Bowl from the ESPN Wide World of Sports. We're at halftime, Division II Pee Wee Championship game. Point Loma, the Pointers, 14-6 over Palm Beach Gardens. Welcome back inside the broadcast center. Dave Weekley along with Doug Graber, the former college coach and NFL assistant. Doug, it was all going Point Loma's way. They scored touchdowns on their first 2 possessions, 2 long drives, but Palm Beach Gardens gets right back in the game with a touchdown right before halftime. How do you see the matchup so far?
All the momentum now, it goes to Palm Beach. I mean, you score like that with 30 seconds to go in the half, I mean, that is not a good sign for Point Loma. Very important for Point Loma to come back and regain the momentum with this first drive of the second half.
All right, we'll see what happens. Palm Beach Gardens will get the third quarter kick. Here are the highlights from the first half of action. And Pentland going up top and all the way down inside the 5-yard line to Emerson. And then Rocco Balistreri, the coach's son, gets the pylon and a touchdown. And then Kendall Johnson goes in for a short touchdown run. Aronson with the flip to Harris. Watch this move. And then the spin inside the 5-yard line into the end zone. 17-yard touchdown. The point after kick attempt was no good. I tell you what, after the way the Pointers started, the Gators have come back, and these stats at the break, Doug, are relatively even.
Oh, very much so. And this game is going to be very, very close. Both of these teams with the quarterbacks that could throw the football, anything can happen now in the second half.
All right, we'll take a quick break here at the Pop Warner Super Bowl and hear from Miami wide receiver Braxton Berrios when we come back.
Thunder Pacers at 7. Hornets Rockets at 9:30. Wednesday on ESPN.
Boo! Boo! There you are. Boo!
Nope, don't like that.
Oh no.
Alexa, pause.
This is the movie you pick? Alexa, show me the baby room camera.
See, she's fine. Alexa, find comedies.
Time of the 61st Pop Warner Super Bowl Division II Pee Wee Championship. Dave Weekley and Doug Graber. And yesterday we got a chance to sit down with Braxton Berrios, the wide receiver of the Miami Hurricanes, who was here to receive the Little Scholar Award from Pop Warner.
Pop Warner set me up. I mean, it was the foundation I've really built everything on. You know, this was the first league I ever played football in, from flag all the way to junior midget, which y'all are now junior varsity, I believe. So there goes a touchdown. There you go, Wake County team. That's what I'm talking about. So, you know, it was my foundation. You know, this was the first organization leagues that I started playing football in, and I played them, up through 7th grade. And, really everything I've done since then has been built on those skill sets, built on those, lessons and things I learned in Pop Warner. So, I really owe Pop Warner a lot because, that was where I started.
And there he is, Braxton Berrios, 2017 Pop Warner College Football Award winner, a 2-time Academic All-District and Academic All-Atlantic Coast Conference selection, won the Jem Tatum Award for the top scholar athlete, and he played for the Capital City Steelers that won the 06 Junior Pee Wee Championship. All right, speaking of championships, let's send it down to Mackenzie, who's standing by with Brandon Aronson.
Thanks, guys. Coach, huge shift of momentum right before the half. You guys were able to get on the board with 41 seconds left. How much does that help you now going in the second half?
Oh, it's tremendous. It gives our boys confidence, gives our coaches confidence. We made some adjustments late in that half, and obviously they panned out for us. So we're pretty excited about this half.
Defensively, going up against this Point Loma game that they sling the ball over the field. So how do you have to shut them down in the second half?
We're used to throwing, right? They run a lot of formations. They shift, motion, and do a lot of stuff. You see, we adjusted at the end of the half, and we look pretty good on defense. So hopefully we look the same going into the third quarter. So,
all right, thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys, back.
Thank you, Mackenzie. We appreciate that. Earlier today, Division II Junior Pee Wee Championship. Creek Outlaws and the Waianae Tigers. And for the Tigers, able to throw that football around. A couple of pass plays on this touchdown drive. Alvin Kaliki goes in for the touchdown. And a big play here by Julian Pointer for the Creek Outlaws. Takes it back to the 1-yard line. Then a quarterback keeper, Sean Aschenfelder, takes it in. This game was 8-all, and then in the second half, only one score, and here it is. Kalahiki goes in for the score. Then the fumble recovery by the Tigers, and they go on and they win the championship. First ever 2017 Division II Junior Pee Wee champs.
That was a great football game, tremendous game, back and forth, and two really good teams. Just like this football game, 14-6 now at the half, and Palm Beach definitely gathered some momentum at the very end of the second quarter.
There you see Palm Beach Gardens. They are in the white uniforms, and they look like the Florida Gators, all the way down to the logos on the helmets. And Point Loma, the Pointers from San Diego, had a 14-0 lead in this game. They continue to lead, but it's 14-6. And it looked like the Gators had a little bit of momentum going as they punched it in for a touchdown with just 43 seconds left before halftime. Gators won the toss. They deferred to the second half. They'll get the ball first. Aaron Lee set to kick off for Point Loma. There's the whistle. And we are underway in the third quarter. 4 10-minute quarters in Pop Warner football. Ball fielded at the 20-yard line. Crossed the 30 and up to the 35. Nice return by Zachary Webb.
Good lane discipline on the kickoff. A solid kickoff by Lee, an excellent lane discipline. And again, going to be fun now to watch Tyler Aronson air it out a little.
This is the Division II Pee Wee Championship at the 61st Pop Warner Superbowl from ESPN Wide World of Sports in Florida. I'm Dave Weekley along with Doug Graber. Mackenzie Thurkill has our field story. Beautiful day, 73 degrees. Reach out to us on Twitter at #PopWarnerSB. And as we begin the second half of play, the Gators have the football and they are trailing the Loma Pointers 14-6. First down play. Here goes Harris. Harris, second level and more, is going to take it to the end zone for a touchdown. 65 yards.
Point Loma is going to have to change their defensive game plan. They were not worried about throws to the flat because The Palm Beach Gators had not done this, and this is how they scored both touchdowns now, on the throw to the flat, and they're going to have to change their coverages to make up for that.
65-yard touchdown. And here is Rosario to try to tie the game. Harris, who just scored, is the holder. And the kick is up, but it is wide to the right. No good. Nevertheless, Doug, what a way to start the half.
Yeah, and again, this was part of the Point Loma game plan, though, because they had not thrown the ball to the flat at all. Both scores at the very end of the first half and the first play of the second half. There it is, the throw to the flat. So remember, they were playing press man-to-man on the outside receivers and not concerned with the flat. Obviously, they'll have to make the adjustment.
Traquan Harris just running away from people. So the last minute of the first half and the first minute of the third quarter, touchdown catches by Harris, and it's 14-12.
Well, we thought this would be a good one, and man, it is certainly going to turn out that way now. Boy, all Point Loma in the first, I'd say 14 minutes of the game, and boy, it sure turned right at the end of the first half with that late score.
So Rosario set to kick off. And we have whistles before the kick.
I think they were offsides.
Dead ball. Offsides. Kicking team. 5 yards. Re-kick.
How about the full handlebar mustache?
Nice.
Yes, sir.
Get the morning dew in that thing. So a re-kick. Point Loma looking to regain the momentum. They were having it all their way for a while. Now the Gators have scored 12 unanswered points. Ball fielded at the 40-yard line. Good field position for the Pointers. Noah Turbeville, who's been very active in this game on the kickoff return.
Yeah, he's had a good game. And that's smart. It's really smart play on his part. That ball was high and bouncing. Field it, get on the ground.
Matt Petland is the quarterback for Point Loma. He has been impressive.
And I look for, Mr. Fret, number 70, and Tushman, 44, to put a little more pressure on the quarterback.
Power I formation. Now they'll break out of it. From the 40. And they'll start on the ground with Johnson. He'll slash off the right side for 3. It'll be second down and 7. Kendall Johnson's got a 1-yard touchdown run in this game. It made it 14-0 in the second quarter.
I think that was, that was number 44, Tushman, the left defensive end. There he is.
This is our second game with the Gators, and he really has been a good player defensively.
Yeah, very much so. There's 4 or 5 on this Gator defense that can be dominant.
Second and 7.
I like how the defensive linemen get in their stance and they're looking at the football.
Emerson is a flanker to the bottom of your screen. Again, they hand the ball off. And this is Rocco Balistreri, the coach's son, and he spins his way up near the 47. Third down coming up.
I think it's urgent for Point Loma to get at least 1 first down to get some momentum going for themselves.
Rocco says one thing he did in the last year that he had to overcome his shyness was ask a girl for a date.
Well, he's
12 years old.
Yeah, they start kind of young now.
2 of 4 on their third down conversion attempts. 3rd and 3 here. 8 minutes to go, third quarter. Pointers with a 2-point lead at 14-12. 3-step drop pass over the middle. A well-executed play, and that's going to be a first down to the Gator 45. Able to whip it in there to Drake Cobb to move the chains.
Yep, they ran the slant, and Pentland put it right on the money. There's the slant right there. And the inside receiver was going to the sideline, and that held the safety, and that opened the slant wide open. Now remember, that's the play that they threw on the slant and up early in the game for the touchdown.
From the 45-yard line of the Gators, Pointers on the move here, midway in the third quarter, working with a 2-point lead. Handoff inside, Balistreri. And he gets a good surge down to the 38-yard line. That's a pickup of 8.
Motion out of the backfield to a spread set and open up for the trap inside. They've run this trap very effectively today. Let's take a look at the execution here.
Gain of 7, second and 3, ball for 38.
Oh, nice cutback, right? Oh, great double team on the nose tackle and a nice cutback.
They got a great block in there from Lowry, 44. Second down and 2. Pentland with a handoff to Johnson. He's got the first down and a little bit more. Takes the ball down near the 32-yard line. And just like that, Point Loma is on the move again offensively.
Well, this is what you call answer the bell. Boy, and they've done it on this drive. They're eating up a lot of clock and been very effective in the slant on third down, and now another 1st and 10, and now they're getting deep into the Palm Beach territory here.
Believe it or not, this is only their 4th possession of the game. In the first half, they scored touchdowns on 2 long drives on their first 2 possessions. Their 3rd possession ended with a punt. Pentland on the play action, sending this one down the center of the field, incomplete, and Emerson wanted a flag.
Well, Aronson, number 1, was the safety, and I actually thought he did a good job of not making contact, and that was he kept his poise pretty good here. Let's take a look at it. Watch number.
Well,
he didn't really make contact. A little bit of face guarding though. And that was a factor in the play.
Stops the clock. Exactly 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Second down and 10 after the incompletion. From the Gator 32. Pentland from the gun this time. 4 wide receivers. Trips to the bottom. Slant. And it works again. Cobb has it all the way down to the 19-yard line. And that's going to be a first down and a pickup of 14.
That's the second time they've hit the slant on this drive, and both have been very effective. Ooh, what a nice catch right there. Well, that's a good throw, but he didn't keep his eyes on the football, but was able to recover. The adjustment has to be made when they take a big split. The corner is going to have to get into an inside position, because Pentland's going to make that throw every time.
And I think we got a water break here. No, first game today, 8:30 Eastern time start. Lots of clouds. But now it's getting a little bit warmer as we move into the noontime hour. Notable Pop Warner quarterbacks. How about this group? Donovan McNabb, been to the Super Bowl. Brock Osweiler, Andrew Luck, the former Stanford Cardinal. Can't wait to see him get back on the field. And Jared Goff, who's really had a great comeback year for the Los Angeles Rams.
He certainly has.
After the water break, 5 minutes, 31 seconds left in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Point Loma, this is their first possession of the third quarter. Trying to extend their lead. They jumped out to a 14-0 advantage in the first half. Gators with a late touchdown in the second quarter. And they scored a touchdown on their first possession of the second half. It's 14-12 as things have tightened up. Pentland, play action, rolls to the short side, throws, pass caught. Going to be a short gain to the 17-yard line.
Yeah, that was Tre'Quan Harris, the linebacker, number 4, that made the tackle. Play action. Well blocked up front, but that's just good defense by the linebacker right there. Coach talks about that young man, says he has elite speed and power.
Pentland with a handoff to Johnson, and that's good penetration in there. Nice play by Neary.
Yep, Trent Neary. Good job, young man. Yes.
Neary fired off the line of scrimmage and blew that play up.
Tackle is going to take a slant on an inside move. Okay, now back to spread the field.
This is 4-down territory, obviously, from the 19-yard line. Pentland throws incomplete over the middle. He's trying to get that ball to Johnson, and Harris had the coverage. He was all over him.
He did. He was all over that. I thought they'd come back to the slant, but no, they tried to hit the quick crosser to the slot receiver. That's a good jam at the line of scrimmage by Harrison again. That throws off the timing of everything.
4th and 10. First 4th down conversion attempt by the Pointers. Big play in this game for both these teams. Pentland to throw. Going to send this one to the end zone, and it's intercepted. Pass is picked off by Elijah Hopkins in the end zone.
Well, he timed that football absolutely perfectly. Watch him get up and time this and high point the ball. Going for everything right here. Nice inside position. Great job of high pointing the football. That is a drive killer right there.
So the Pointers are turned away, and the Gators defense holds. Point Loma drove down into the red zone, but the Gator defense turned them away with no points. Now they'll take over the ball at their own 20, trailing 14-12. So Webb takes it out near the 22-yard line, gain of 2.
Chase Lowry, number 44, hanging on for dear life right here. Able to get him down. Be really curious to see now if Palm Beach goes back to that throw in the flat that's been so effective for both their touchdowns.
Lowry says his nickname is the Lumberjack. There's got to be a good story there somewhere. And he loves to snowboard. Wants to be a Navy SEAL when he grows up. 2nd down and 8. Right in motion. He'll take the pitch. Makes the first defender miss. And he'll get forward progress to the 25-yard line. It's going to set up 3rd down and 5.
Well, they tried to run the crack on the pitch. And it would have been a clip, so he pulled off on the crack. Right at the outside of your screen, right there. That was a good job of Hopkins of not hitting the corner in the back. Got to pull off of that.
3rd and 5. Gators scored a 65-yard touchdown on the first play of the 3rd quarter. Aronson to Harris.
Timeout. Palm Beach.
Palm Beach Gardens going to take a timeout right here. Leave them with 2 for the remainder of the half. Stops the clock, 2:33 to go. 3rd quarter. Talking over a big 3rd and 5. We've got another game to go here. Live on ESPN3 and the Watch ESPN app. Junior varsity, West Haven, the Seahawks from Connecticut take on the West Chase Colts from Florida. 1:15 p.m. Eastern Time start. Drew Felios, Rini Angoli will have the call for that game. That is coming up after our game is completed here. This is a Division II Pee Wee Super Bowl championship game between the Pointers of Point Loma, California, the San Diego area, and Palm Beach Gardens, Florida, the Gators. After a timeout by the Gators, they face 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Aronson to throw. Swings the pass out, incomplete. It was a well-designed play, but the pass was over the head of the intended receiver, and it's 4th down.
And again, the strategy clearly is to get the ball to the flats. And that is an area that in their game plan, Point Loma, they weren't even concerned with the flats because they had not thrown to them. But I'll tell you what, they're starting to throw to them now.
So Aronson, the quarterback, comes off the field, so the punt team will come out.
Remember earlier on a punt, Point Loma did not have a punt return guy in the middle of the field, and they really paid the price for that.
That really did cost them. So Rosario, an outstanding punter, comes onto the field.
Yep, they've got a guy right in the center for this punt. Fair catch.
Fair catch is called for at midfield, so that's a 25-yard punt, 25-yard net. And in Pop Warner football, that's darn good.
You're darn right it is, and that's a good job, again, making adjustments to your game plan. Because if that ball hits the ground and takes a wrong bounce, you're right down inside your own 10-yard line.
Pete Balistreri, the head coach, signaling the plays in. Ball officially at the 49-yard line of the Gators to start this drive. 2:22 to go, 3rd quarter. Out of the eye. Emerson comes in motion. Pentland with the handoff to Johnson. And Johnson is going to take it down near the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 5 on 1st down.
Johnson on the carry, gain 5. 2nd and 5 by the 44.
You know, all the little subtle things in coaching. If you watch Pentland, the quarterback, the way he takes the snap, this is the Bill Walsh West Coast way of see how his feet are staggered. Nobody did that before Bill Walsh came along.
Wow, that's a good pickup. I didn't know that. 2nd and 4. Hand off to Johnson. And Johnson's going to get forward progress to the 40-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and a yard. Yeah, let's take another look at that, Coach. How the quarterback gets set.
Nobody did. Again, the staggered stance, that goes right back to Coach Bill Walsh and the West Coast offense, and it really does help the quarterback get out from center on passing and everything he does. The staggered stance, you didn't see that 20 years ago in football, and now I don't want to say everybody does it, but I'd say more teams do than don't. Nice. There it is right there.
Great pickup. 3rd and a yard. Handoff inside. And that looks to be a 1st down at the 38. And it is. So move the chains. Pointers trying to pick up a touchdown here and had their lead. They lead 14-12.
Well, again, this is a big drive for Point Loma. They've got to maintain and get the momentum back. Crucial drive. Right at the end of the 3rd quarter now.
Inside of a minute to go, 3rd quarter, 1st and 10 from the 38. They're going to keep this ball on the ground. Johnson's had some really positive carries in this possession. They're going to take it down near the 32-yard line.
And this offensive line is doing a stellar job. You've got Chase Lowry, Jack Stahl, Sean Trousseau, Ganny Calhoun. That group up front is really coming off the football. We talked about this with Coach Balistreri the other day. They hit the sled every day at practice, and the sled is such a crucial key for offensive linemen to learn the technique of coming off the football.
Calhoun says his favorite thing to do is to pancake people, and they're getting that done right now. Takes it. Johnson on the carry, takes it down to the 30-yard line, and that is going to do it for time here in the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the
Gators with a touchdown, a 65-yard touchdown pass. Aronson to Harris to open the quarter, and it's tightened things up. Point Loma trying to go back-to-back as Super Bowl champs in this division. They're going to carry a 2-point lead into the fourth quarter after 3 from ESPN Wide World of Sports. Point Loma, 14, Palm Beach Gardens, 12.
In 10 feet, imagine yourself as the boss, recalculating. In no time at all, realize you don't have to be the CEO to enjoy the amenities of the VIP suite. Your all-new Compass.
Being a location scout, my office is on my back. The less stuff I have to carry, the better. With Service Pro, I have one device that does everything. Technology has really changed how I do this job. On Pacific Rim Uprising, our characters are 250 feet tall. Where in the heck are you going to land this big robot? Pulled up a satellite image, and there is like a giant bullseye. Robots here. I feel very proud of what I bring to the screen. I have the greatest job in the world.
Here we go. Let's get into the fourth quarter at the Pop Warner Super Bowl, 61st edition, Division II Pee Wee Super Bowl Championship. Point Loma, the Pointers from San Diego with the football and nursing a 2-point lead on the Palm Beach Gardens Gators. Facing third down and a yard. And it looks as if that's going to be a first down. Kendall Johnson on the carry. Johnson's got a rushing touchdown in this game, and it is, in fact, a first down.
Boy, this defensive front of Palm Beach, I'll tell you, they're stout. And to run the football against this front, that's a nice job by Lowry getting position right there, the left guard.
Rocco Balistreri, the coach's son, actually had the ball on that carry. The up man got it and picked up 2 yards. First and 10 from the Gator 28. And they continue to hammer things on the ground. And this time the Gator defense is up to the challenge. Wright is there, along with Fret. No gain.
Yep, Malachi Fret, again, he really sets the edge. And this is a very talented defense. They slanted the defensive end inside. Look at the orange hats that get to that football.
Yeah, there was nowhere to go.
No, nothing.
Last possession, the Pointers drove down into the red zone and threw a fourth down interception in the end zone and got turned away. They're at the 28-yard line of the Gators right now. Here's the pitch to Johnson, trying to get wide, and he's able to get away from Fret for a moment and take the ball down near the 23. Flag comes in late.
There was a flag on the play.
This is likely going to go against the Pointers, and they are already moving back.
Holding on the offense. 10 yards, spotted a foul. Replay second down.
See if we can see the hold right here. That's Balistreri right there. Yeah,
well,
that's he just momentary, just a little hug.
Yeah, but when you grab the jersey,
yeah, they're going to get it.
They're going to catch that.
That's the problem with the toss sweep. You see so many holds on every level of football with the toss sweep because you get them out in space and they're easy to see.
Second down and 20 now. Petland with a handoff, and that defense stayed home.
Yeah, Point Loma got them in the first half with that. They would spread it and hit either the quick hitter or the quick trap, either one of those, and they gashed them. But now Palm Beach is all over it. And again, they're slanting inside, and this has really been crucial. Look at the slant right there. That is crucial. That has really stopped this Point Loma offense, and that was Aiden Malcolm again, slanting.
Petland And a flag is down. This is going to be another penalty against Point Loma.
Penalty pass is complete. There is a flag.
That was Malachi Frett, number 70, that made the hit right there.
That play was designed.
Illegal block in the back on the offense. Decline. 4th down.
I'll take the play.
Sure.
Yeah, Lucas, this play was designed to go back inside, and Lucas turned it outside.
Yeah, and there's the clear block in the back right there. No question about that. That's a good call. That's Ganny Calhoun right there. No question. Excellent call by the officials. Trying to run, a jailbreak screen, and the timing was off.
So Lowry's going to snap this ball back to the punter. And Lee gets it away. End over end kick. And that's going to take a Gator bounce. It'll be downed at the 27-yard line. So the Gators have the ball back. Just under 7 minutes to play. They trail 14-12.
Well, you know what? That's scary because as talented as Tyler Aronson is right there, number 1, and number 4, Traquan Harris, that's a big play waiting to happen, and they've hit some big plays. Both of them on those throws to the flat. Let's see if Point Loma's made the adjustment.
Well, it's all there for the Gators now. They've got the ball back. Aronson looks to throw. He's going to go deep with this one. Incomplete over everybody. Looking for Hopkins, and there were 2 defenders back there for Point Loma.
Yeah, tried to sprint out and throw the throwback one-man pattern, the post, and very, very well covered. They were in a 3 deep in the corner and the safety. They were all over it. That was Tuberville at safety.
Boy, Aronson's limping a little bit and has been for a while. Stops the clock, 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass.
Now Point Loma in cover 2 this time.
Handoff, Harris, who has a 65-yard touchdown catch. And here he takes the ball for a short gain.
Yeah, this guy's scary now. He can go the distance.
3rd and 7, ball to the 31.
Good open field tackle by Amante Mitchell, middle backer.
3rd down and 7. Aronson and Harris both get a word with the head coach, Brandon Aronson. That's the quarterback's dad. Tyler Aronson been getting some private coaching from former Gator and Marshall star Eric Kresser, who played in the NFL. Aronson to throw again. Pass is caught for a 1st down up at the 45-yard line. Able to get that to Michael Wright.
Yeah, Michael Wright has been an outstanding receiver all season for Palm Beach, and he went up in traffic, and makes a nice catch here and a great throw by Aronson. Play action. Wow. Boy, that was a lot of traffic. That's great concentration on the football by Mitchell.
Man, that was really a tight window. A well-thrown ball, though. Gators 124 passing yards. Clock running, counting down to 5.5 minutes to go in the 4th. They trail by 2. Here's Harris into space. Oh, what a great move. Wasn't sure if that play was going to work or not, and he turned it into almost an 8-yard gain down to the 47-yard line of the Pointers.
He's scary. Every time he touches the football, look out. This is pretty well defended, but he's just got great vision and moves. And boy, he drugged the defender right with him right there.
Boy, it looked like he was taking the ball back into traffic, but he spotted a nice lane and picked up 8. 2nd and 2. Aronson with a handoff. And Webb this time on the carry, and he'll take it for a gain of a yard. It's going to be 3rd and a yard for a 1st down.
Amante Mitchell, the middle backer, again drags him down. He's a load.
Ball just shy of 46.
3rd and a yard.
Cover 2 look by Point Loma.
4.5 minutes to play in the 4th quarter. Aronson's going to take it himself. And finally the whistle. And he'll take it to the 42-yard line.
I almost wonder if that's an audible from the sideline by Coach Aronson, because we've seen it in other games. When people play cover 2 against them and don't get the safety in the box, they get that quick hitter over the center, and they've been very effective.
Got a water break here, Coach. Gives us a chance to check some of the highlights. Lots of fireworks early, lots of early points for the Pointers. Emerson takes it inside the 5-yard line. And then the flip to Rocco Balistreri. And he broke the plane for a touchdown. Second quarter, Kendall Johnson, a 1-yard touchdown. And then with 43 seconds to go before halftime, Aronson to Harris. And Traquan does the rest. 17-yard score. Made it 14-6. Aronson to Harris for 65 yards on their first offensive snap of the second half. And watch him go. The point after kick by the Gators was wide to the right. And that's the difference right now in a 14-12 game. But a first down now. Aronson, the throw, incomplete. Trying to get it to Marcus McCoy.
That was well defended. Boy, this game is flying by. Only 4:19 left.
Second and 10, ball on the 42.
Big series for Palm Beach right here.
Yeah, they've got 2 timeouts left. Pointers have all 3 of theirs. Gators trail 14-12. Point Loma trying to go back-to-back as Super Bowl champs here. Handoff inside. And down to the 39-yard line goes Zach Webb. Kelly hanging on for dear life, made the stop.
The Palm Beach, they have a size advantage too. It seems like they're dragging a lot of these Point Loma defenders with them down the field.
Jack Kelly also wants to be a Navy SEAL when he grows up, and his favorite player is TJ Watt. Not JJ, his younger brother, the Steeler rookie. Gators on third down today, 2 of 5. Aronson, all kinds of time, and now he's flushed. Going to run with it. And we'll go inside the 35-yard line down to the 34. So that's going to set up 4th and about 1.5 yards.
Well covered down the field. A good decision by Aronson.
Tom Garden.
Doug, Gators going to take a timeout here. So they're left with 1 left. So they're all in on this drive.
Yeah, this 4th down play, in essence, is the ball game, really, in my opinion. If they make it, then look out. 3:23 to go. If they turn the ball over here, and the Pointers can get a first down or 2, then they'll be in trouble. And you're right, their timeouts are limited now.
We're about a half an hour away from the approximate starting time for our next Super Bowl championship game. Junior varsity, West Haven, the Seahawks from Connecticut, and the West Chase Colts from Florida. Drew Felios and Reedy Angolia will have the call. That's coming up in approximately 30 minutes. By the way, if you're joining us late, you can go back and watch this entire game. It'll be archived at ESPN3 in about 30 minutes after its conclusion. Big play in a ball game, 4th down and short 2. Harris, and he'll stretch forward and pick up the first down near the 30-yard line. Referee is signaling he was down at the 31, but it is going to be a first down.
Boy, the Pointers, they really have their backs to the wall now.
Gators have never led. They trailed 14-0 after Point Loma scored on their first 2 possessions. And frankly, it looked like they were going to run away with this game. But the Gators scored a touchdown in the final minute of the first half, and then in the early moments of the second half to pull to within 2. Now they're driving with a first down at the 31-yard line. Aronson down inside the 5-yard line. And Michael Wright wanted a flag. It's going to go as an incomplete pass, 2nd down and 10.
He was double covered. That was cover 2. The corner was running with him, and the safety came over the top. Take a look at it. This was well played by the Pointers. No place to go with that football. If anything, that could have been called offensive interference. But, as the former secondary coach, they never call that.
It's amazing after doing these games with you year after year how you always favor the defense.
Well, there's a lot of bitterness involved, a lot of years and a lot of pass interference penalties, buddy. Hey, 40 years of coaching the secondary.
How many times have I told you don't analyze angry? 14-12, second down and 10. Here's Harris. Harris, second level, and he is going to be ruled down just shy of the marker. A 9-yard gain.
Boy, he is a load. Watch him bounce this outside and makes a great move to cut back on the outside, cut back inside of the outside backer.
A.J. Wade with the tackle. That may have saved a touchdown. 3rd and a yard. You see the time remaining in the fourth quarter. Gators trailing by 2, but they're driving just outside the red zone. Harris bouncing it, still on his feet. Forward progress down to the 15-yard line.
That was a Monte Mitchell again that was forced to make the tackle, but way too much. Again, bounces it outside. There he is again with the outside backer. Beats him back inside. There's the middle backer, Mitchell, 24, coming in late.
Harris has been getting stronger as the game has gone on. That's a key first down. 1:45 on a turning clock. Here's Harris again. Still on his feet. Still no whistle. Finally, going to be whistle dead at the 9-yard line. Gators with only one timeout, but they are on the 9-yard line.
Boy, it's been all Harris on this drive, and you're right, Dave. He appears to get stronger as the game goes on. It's taken 2 and 3 Point Loma defenders to get him down every snap. Big and strong and fast.
Got a stoppage on the field.
Boy, they've been running at a fast pace. 2nd and 4 now. And we're going to see more Harris, that's for sure.
Back at it. 2nd and 4 from the 9. Harris again. And he's down to the 7-yard line. 3rd down coming.
Drake Cobb stepped in from the outside linebacker spot, made a nice open field tackle. Boy, the clock is running right down to the end of the game.
Gators still have one timeout. 3rd and 2. There you see the time remaining, fourth quarter. Handoff to the first man through. And that was stoned by the Pointers. No gain. It's going to be 4th down and 2.
Timeout. Palm Beach.
Palm Beach Gardens going to call their final timeout here. Stops the clock with 39 seconds left. Earlier today, Division II Junior Pee Wee Championships. Waianae, the Tigers, with a 16-8 win over the Creek Outlaws. First ever championship for that program, and they celebrated. And how about Point Loma and Palm Beach Gardens? One of these teams literally just a couple of moments away from a celebration. 4th down and 2. A stop here by the Pointers will give them the championship. But the Gators are in position for a go-ahead touchdown. Just over a half minute to play.
What a great game.
Now the Pointers, you can see their head coach, Pete Balistreri, he's going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, he took a look at the offensive formation.
Timeout.
This is crucial. Let's get this straight, guys. Exactly what we're going to do against this formation. There's his son, the outside backer, coming over. There's Fret and Harris, Malcolm. What a great drive.
This has been a tremendous game. We thought it would be a good one. These two teams, when we saw the quarterfinals, figured that they were on a collision course for the championship, and that's what has occurred.
That's what they're doing right there. That is the defensive coordinator and coach getting them lined up exactly the way they want to line up against this formation.
Pointers have led this game virtually wire to wire.
Okay.
Had a 14-0 lead. The Gators have scored 12 unanswered. And Palm Beach Gardens is in position to steal this one late. But they face 4th and 2 inside the 10-yard line. Power I formation. Here's the pitch to Harris. He's got the corner. He's got the first down. Clock will stop to move the chains. They are out of timeouts. 33 seconds to go, and now Harris is down.
Again, great coaching strategy by Coach Aronson. You knew they were going to jam up the inside. Watch them slant inside, which they did. So here they come outside with the toss. You know, I think he just landed on the football right there. Probably knocked the wind out of him, I'm guessing. No timeouts left.
.33 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Palm Beach Gardens has it 1st and goal at the 3-yard line, trailing by 2.
We have been blessed with 2 great football games this morning.
Yeah, we really have. Point Loma, the Pointers, trying to go back-to-back as Pop Warner Super Bowl champs in this division. 33 seconds left, Doug. Let's talk a little bit about the strategy. You can probably run the ball one more time, even without any timeouts, right?
Yeah, one more. But again, I don't know if they can get a second run off in time. I don't think they can. It'd be interesting to see if they elect to throw it right here. And they've certainly got a guy that could throw it in Tyler Aronson. But again, without any timeouts left, I don't know if they can get a second run off. They'd have to get lined up and go in a hurry. And if they are going to run it, then you'd want to call 2 running plays here in the huddle and have them just go automatically. And of course, that may impact that with Taquan Harris out of the game.
So Harris comes off the field. He's been the key offensive performer. And now, clock is running. Aronson to throw to the end zone. Back of the end zone. Waiting for the signal. Touchdown! Palm Beach Gardens. Michael Wright.
3-yard touchdown reception for Michael Wright.
That was a terrific timing throw by Aronson. Put it right on the money at the very back of the end zone. Very tough to defend. Great throw. Oh, he made a nice little inside move and then took it right to the corner, right to the flag. Wow.
Oh, man.
What a catch and what a throw. Tough to defend.
18 seconds left in the fourth. And for the first time this afternoon, the Gators have the lead. Kick up and good.
Well, it's been a great football game. What a throw by Aronson. Well protected up front and great timing. He set it up with an inside move and took it right to the flag. Wow.
Man, that close. That close.
Michael Wright has been a threat. He's an outstanding talent as a wide receiver. And, of course, Tyler Aronson can throw it. But what a great football game this has been.
So the Pointers will get the kick. They have 2 timeouts, but only 18 seconds to work with.
Would think we would see some kind of a squib kick here. Don't want to kick it deep to let them set up a return.
Hey, we in here, baby. We here. Palm Beach represent.
Brandon Aronson and his Gators from Palm Beach Gardens just 18 seconds away from winning the Pop Warner Super Bowl Division II Pee Wee Division. There's the kick, and it's a deep kick all the way back to the 13-yard line. Here goes Jackson Emerson.
Emerson with the return.
Well, for Point Loma now, it's going to take a miracle.
Well, you got 12 seconds left. Barring a defensive penalty, 2 more plays, most likely.
First and 10 moment to 12.
A lot of emotions on the Point Loma sideline.
Blindside block. On the return, first down.
Yep, that's a good call by the officials. I saw it right at the point of attack.
So penalty against Point Loma. Palm Beach Gardens, the Gators trailed the entire game virtually. Get their first lead with 18 seconds left.
Got the safety cheated way back, Aronson.
And a short gain. Rocco Balistreri, he scored the first touchdown of the game. And now we're down to 5 seconds left.
Well, you see the emotion on his face.
Oh, my.
You think that doesn't hurt?
So with only 5 seconds left, barring a defensive penalty, this will be the last play of the game.
Two really good football teams. You know, and talking to Coach Balistreri.
On the defense, 5 yards, still second down.
5-yard mark off against the Gators, illegal substitution.
Yeah, a change in philosophy on this trip. When they came last year and won it at the junior team, they were all business. This trip, man, they have enjoyed everything here this week.
Between the stands, if you've lost your keys, there's a found set of keys.
That hurts.
A poplar inflatable where the teams run onto the field.
Great football game.
Petland to throw. And that ball's going to be intercepted. Tyler Aronson makes the interception on the last play of the game.
Yeah, baby. We starting out right
Gardens,
now.
the Gators are your Division II Pee Wee Super Bowl
champs. Ain't no got the back on us, baby. We ain't having that. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Fans, we ask that everyone please remain in the stands for our trophy.